Greetings, everyone. My name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Drifting Lands. During the last part, I completed the Quarantine Titan Run, and in this part I'll continue on by completing the Quarantine Hunter Run. I completed the first 3 steps, so I'll be doing the 4th one. If I fail in this one, well, I'll repeat this run off screen and get up to here. And as usual, if I don't have any commentary, I'll be mostly silent throughout this part, excluding during the boss fights and just before and after missions. So let's do this, and hope it goes well. Alright, take 2 against the Hunter. The first time it failed because of a few reasons. I got telefragged. Let's hope it doesn't happen again, otherwise I'm gonna have to take some other measures in order to do this. That's the main problem. I'm most worried about being telefragged. That's the main part of the fight, which causes me no end of problems. Specifically, I get telefragged by the small portion over there that keeps firing those spread of bullets. And that's the one I need to destroy first so I can actually get an easy shot at the boss. I just need to be careful because it's teleportation time. When you see its silhouette, it's so short, you can easily just get caught in the blue and then die. That's why I have to be careful. And not to mention everything else is going on screen at once, so my attention is split across everything. That's why it makes this fight even more of a problem. I suppose if I memorized the patterns a little bit more, this would be a lot easier. I'm getting a little bit stuck here. Ow, oh. And to be fair, when it does that ram, at least there's more of a telegraph to where it's going to go to. Specifically the bigger portions, but not the small ones, unfortunately. The small mech. The small ship, I mean. Hoping for the shield to come up soon. Oh yeah, I also have the ability of Cold Fusion, which I keep forgetting. That means if the more I drop the higher rarity items, the more my skills will regenerate. So now I have my shield up. Let's hope if it's actually useful. Let's hope I can actually regenerate my health fast enough. Well, at least I absorbed most of those shots. Oh my goodness, I thought it was gonna spam right into me. Or ram right into me. Ooh, as long as I keep that in mind, I can stockpile a lot of rare items and use that as a backlog if necessary, or emergency backup. Okay, the hard part of the fight is over. Now it's time for the easier part. Unless this tier 5 hunter has gotten a lot more challenging. To be fair, there are 3 other configurations of this boss that will appear depending on which part of the mech or the ship you destroy, because if I destroyed one of the big chunks, the boss fight would be a lot different. Thankfully I have Cold Fusion, and that made that a lot easier. I suppose in tier 8 and beyond I will have to rely on Cold Fusion a lot more in order to survive, especially because I can reset all my cooldowns. The Cold Fusion is especially useful if for abilities to have a lot that have really long cooldowns. So I do appreciate that I have that ability, or luxury of using it. Okay, I took care of the small one, or the other one. Oh, this is the one that fires missiles at me everywhere, and as well as bombs now, and lasers. Hopefully I don't screw it up now and I actually win the fight. And hopefully I don't time out the boss fight. Remember, the only thing I can use to fire at long range is of course my conflagration. But I can't really attack backwards with it. I don't have the dual flame blade after all. And I really don't want to be caught by its laser barrage or missile barrage. And of course the tier 5 version has all these bombs, which makes this even more of a hazard. If there's another thing I'd like as a quality of life improvement in this game, it would be like a timer so you could actually see how much time you have left for the boss before it decides to time out. And it seems that certain boss fights have lower or longer timers. At least from my perspective, because I feel like the Twin Guardians has one of the shortest timers compared to all the other boss fights. At least it feels that way. But remember, feeling may not be the actual thing that's happening. If I actually destroyed the speed the last, I wonder what would happen if that other part of the mech or other part of the hunter was left alive. I wonder how its berserk phase would go. And I suppose at the higher difficulty settings it's going to try ramming into me more. Or it's going to try racing into me more. And from what I've learned in the storyline, all of these mechs are robotically controlled. Even Father Simon, no, not Father Simon, Father Set was actually robotic, it seems. Too bad we won't be able to fight Father Set. I still find it interesting that technically Brother Simon is with us now, or Simon now. I wonder if he'll try to betray us if the story ever gets expanded upon. Maybe, maybe not. Oh no, did you... Oh, he didn't. Just as I was going to finish the fight, he decided to run away. And only with that little health left. Well, that's especially infuriating. Let me take a look at something. And I'm set back because it counted as a failure. Well, I'll have to do another jump cut, and I'll get to the end of the fight. Well, scratch my earlier statement. I decided that I won't be destroying the Hunter boss, mainly because I've tried it 4 more times, but I either died due to telefragging or due to no apparent reason at all. I wouldn't be complaining this much if it were not for the fact that I have to repeat the entire run over and over before I can fight the boss again. That's kind of one of my complaints about this game, especially if you play on the non-forgiving mode and you lose some of your equipment. Like I said, I wouldn't mind it too much if I could just replay the stage over and over. But because I have to go through the entire run over and over, it really adds delays, and meaning that I have to play through the entire run at least for 15 or 20 minutes before I can even get to the boss. And I grow tired, and it really gets on my nerves at this point. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to the Crusader Run, mainly because I feel like I have enough equipment to actually do this. And during my last attempt, which I did show, I almost defeated the boss, but I decided to run away with just a tiny sliver of a health left over. It's quite annoying, but hey, I guess this is part of the game. Plus, Alchemy did provide one extra avenue for getting around this, in the fact that you always have access to the next grade's trial immediately. So, if I really want to, I can skip ahead and do the grade 6 trial right now, and avoid having to do the Crusader Run, or if I get too frustrated I could skip ahead. After all, my current equipment setup is good enough in order to actually do this. So I do appreciate that Alchemy gave me that option to skip ahead if our equipment is good enough. After all, I got all those drops from the regular missions. Alas, let's begin the Crusader Run.
Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Skill not ready. not ready. Focus up. Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Skill not ready. Skill not ready. Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Skill not ready. 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 Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up.
If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just selling off excess items that I somehow stored in my excess stash. And I also realized that I had the coward shell all along, so I will be equipping that. Also, as you may have noticed, I'm stuffing some extra stuff into my hold. That's so I can use the Cold Fusion's extra ability where I can reduce my cooldowns on my skills. That's going to be extremely useful. Alright, coward's shell, let's see here. It has a huge boost in terms of armor, my goodness. It's crazy good. I'm going to keep the fuse for obvious reasons. I want Hulgur cannot be interrupted, so I'll replace the superior heavy plate. Well, what makes the coward's shell so useful is of course the extremely high amount of armor it gives, double, and resistance against plasma, magnetic, and antimatter. The only problem is that I take extra damage during manual retreats, which I almost never do. And my retreat time is increased, but most of the time on screen I die anyway and have to initiate automatic retreats, so it's like the anti-coward shell, so I'll go with this one. It's going to be really helpful, especially because I have some of the weaker plates. Hopefully I can find a better version of the stubborn plate because I really want to keep the Hulgur ability. It makes it like a much better panic ability. Alright, without further ado, let's actually begin the Crusader Run 4 and hopefully we can defeat the boss.
Skill not ready. Focus up. 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 Focus up. Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up.
Alright, it's time for the Tier 5 Crusader fight. Let's hope it goes well. I had to practice my tap firing for this double cannon so it actually optimally fire. As you can see, it's still going to be a little bit challenging to hit the boss though. Let's hope I can survive this and I don't run out of time. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm going to be dumping out some items so I can actually use Cold Fusion. Let's hope a repeat of the last attempt, which you never saw, doesn't happen here. And of course there are even more projectiles, which makes this fight even more of a hazard. More projectiles, more lasers, and everything's more damaging. And as you may have saw before I fought this, having the coward's armor really saved my neck several times. Especially where I got trapped somewhere, oh my gosh. I'm always afraid when that's going to happen. This isn't even the hardest part of the fight though. The hardest part of the fight is everything becomes antimatter damage. Also, I'm stuttering everywhere because I'm really panicking. Especially because of all the bullets and lasers going everywhere. It's gonna get even worse as time goes by though. Or harder as time goes by, I mean. At least it's such a big target, I don't need to worry about being telefragged. It's never gonna ram into me. I just need to worry about all the projectiles. Alright, phase 2. I just wonder what the timer for this boss is and hope I don't instantly get vaporized or something. That'd be nice to know. This is the part of the fight where it fires lasers from side to side, so hitting stuff is gonna be a lot easier. Or at least luring stuff. Oh my gosh, I almost died there again. Not to mention my healing skill has a limit of how fast it can heal, so I gotta be cautious still. Especially if I get caught in a bad spot. Okay, third phase, the hardest phase of this fight. Thank you for the word of warning, Sven, as usual. Okay, now the one with where everything goes nuts. Even more missiles, of course. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, well, I forgot. I keep forgetting that it has that laser in the third phase. That's why I also brought all those items to the hold, because I knew I was going to have to sacrifice them. After all, money at this point of the game isn't becoming as useful as it was earlier where I needed to upgrade stuff. Here, it's not as necessary. I'm gonna be silent until I can finish the last part of this fight. Alright, it's dead. Oh my goodness. I had to focus fire so much, and I had to train my right hand in order to actually focus fire or use this ability in a proper fashion, because otherwise if I just held it down like this, there would be a delay between each volley of shots, which really decreases the DPS. But after learning how to hold it down at least semi-consistently, I can really increase the DPS done by doing something similar to this. And it makes it a little better than the triple trident, but you need to be skilled enough to do this, and it took quite a while of doing this off screen. Alright, at least this trouble is out of the way. There's one last thing that I need to do though. Also, I would like to mention that the coward shell really saved my butt around there several times, especially with all the antimatter damage piercing through my shields. Definitely awesome. Oh. Thank you. As if my prayers were answered earlier, the RNG was very favorable and actually gave me the stubborn plate. Now I can replace my old stubborn plate over here with a much better one with 373 extra armor. Sure, I lose power shielded and some armor, but overall the benefits are well worth it. Plus my health growth will never be interrupted. As now as a demonstration, if I can get my armor levels back up. Yep, we went from 600 extra armor now. I will keep the stubborn plate as a backup, and I may actually decide to convert this into a... Well, I don't actually need to because I have Fuse, so it'll protect me against losing the item. But once I inevitably lose Fuse, I will turn Stubborn Plate into a blueprint so I actually have backups. The double cannon isn't really that useful, sadly, mainly because of how much... Well, the fact that I can't really just tap fire to increase the fire rate. Still, this went a lot better than I expected, and to be fair, I say the Crusader is actually in some ways easier. Maybe not easier, it's just a different set of skills compared to the Hunter fight. Because the Hunter you have the risk of being telefragged, this one you have the risk of being instantly killed by all those extra other things, or all of those projectiles flying everywhere. That's the main risk about the fight. Otherwise, it's pretty fun. I just worry about how much more of a hazard it's going to be in later parts of the fight. So thank you, Superior Dual Gatling. And it's even a common item, it's not like a very powerful one. So at least I learned how to use the dual Gatling in this part, mostly off screen, but I demonstrated at least here. And well, I won't be selling off any excess items just yet because the next mission is another boss mission. Or it's rather the grade 6 trial, so I'm going to be dumping all these excess rare items. I'll keep the precious helmet though. After all, at a certain point in the game, especially when you get near the max here, credits aren't that useful, or credits aren't as necessary, especially as you upgrade enough, and what becomes more important is keeping up a lot of excess items for fodder, especially if you use stuff like the cold fusion like I am here. If you're not, well, I suppose there are better usages for it, or better usages for these items, but I do like the developers actually gave some unique items which do promote you to actually sacrifice them. I suppose once I get enough, well, I actually have so much stockpile and unique items, I will start to use them at higher tiers and use them to actually survive. At least I hope to survive. So, without further ado, let's begin the Grade 6 trial. Now, off-screen I did switch up my skill loadout, because I was tipped off by one of my viewers of what this following boss fight will be.
Focus up. Skill not ready. Focus up. Skill not ready.
Alright, it's time for the boss fight. Yep, we're going against the convoy. Like I said, I was tipped off by one of my YouTube viewers that I was going to actually fight the convoy in this grade 6 trial. So apparently each of these trials is going to have its own boss fight, so thanks for the heads up. It's really appreciated.
Focus up.
Let's hope that this works well. That's why I actually bought that, or switched over to using the dual flame blade instead of the vortex wheel or vortex ring, mainly because I need the dual flame blade in order to deal enough damage in order to survive. Otherwise there's no way I can deal enough damage in order to defeat the boss.
Focus up.
And I really need some bullets so I can actually regenerate my health. It seems like I missed that, unfortunately.
Focus up. Skill not ready.
Okay, here are the ones that drain energy. Thankfully I got a much better dual minigun, or whatever that dual cannon's called.
Skill not
Twin machine gun, I think. So I got a much better one, so I'll be able to deal damage a lot faster. Question is though, can I actually destroy a chunk of this without instantly dying myself?
skill not ready.
Good. Okay, I think I'm in good shape. Oh wow, that was close.
Skill not ready.
If I can at least destroy more than half the chunk, I'll be in a good shape. I know one of my the same viewer mentioned they're having some technical issues with this boss fight for some reason. So let me see if I can, if I encounter the same ones, or if I'll be able to defeat the boss fight without much of an issue.
Skill not ready.
Thankfully, because I destroyed the bottom chunk on the left, I can actually just hide behind the boss and start wailing on it more. Whoa, bit close there.
Energy.
Unfortunately, I need to regenerate my energy before I can do anything.
Skill not ready.
And these shielders aren't really helping me with this boss fight either.
Skill not ready.
Okay, I think I completed this boss fight. Now I need to survive properly, especially with the certain enemy sets coming about. The ones that fire missiles everywhere. These ones. Oh, these are so annoying to deal with, especially at a distance. Because they can easily wail on you like this one, and I don't have the vortex ring in order to as a defensive mechanism.
Skill not ready.
But now I'm actually done with the boss fight, I'm a lot less worried.
Skill not ready.
After all, I destroyed enough chunks. Let's just hope it doesn't glitch up on me.
Skill not enough energy.
Would like some more energy though.
Not enough energy. Not enough skill not ready.
Okay, I completed the mission, so apparently it was a glitch on the viewer's end, because they said they destroyed enough chunks and they got the signal, but it failed for some reason. Never mind then, at least I succeeded this time. I actually failed the last time due to actually getting destroyed by those missile launchers, but because I was able to destroy those other convoy chunks fast enough, I was able to defeat the boss. And to be fair, even though I failed it wasn't as annoying as the other runs, mainly because I only had to repeat this one mission in order to get back to the boss, so it was only like a 3 to 5 minute trip instead of a 15 to 20 minute one. So let's see all the loot that we got, a lot of good stuff, especially the cerulean shield. I will be saving up. The reason why I'm saving up all of this unique gear is for the difficulty 8 through 9 or through 10 missions, because I have the cold fusion ability, and I will sacrifice it in order to instantly regain all my skill sets. So let's dump everything back into here. I'll probably have to conserve quite a few of it for the next set of boss fights. But alas, that's the end of difficulty grade 5. Certainly got really tough near the end, especially with the Twin Guardians fight. And of course, the Hunter Run, because I didn't expect the Hunter Run to be that challenging, but apparently it was, due to the telefragging and whatnot. It's gonna be quite annoying that when I have to refight the Twin Guardians and Convoy in the next part. Definitely. Specifically in this mission. I really wish for the Convoy Run / Twin Guardian Run, I really wish that we had one less mission to go through before we fight the boss, because we already have one extra mission in the first place. So in the next part, I'll be going through first the Dual Guardians / Convoy Run, and maybe some of the maybe some of the Titan Run, we'll see. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!